And before that, all the day's action in Match of the Day.
Coming up here on Match of the Day, we do have Celtic will be home facing here against the away team of Sheffield United. While the second game here on Match of the Day will be Manchester City as they take on against Everton. Hello and welcome everyone here in the studio of BBC Match of the Day, as I am Gary Lineker, as we are here to broadcast two major matches featured here for today, as Celtic the first game and they take on Sheffield United, as these two teams are in the relegation zone or in the relegation battle, as Sheffield United are currently outside of the relegation zone in 17th place, while Celtic are in the relegation zone itself in 18th position. Only 3 points to separate these two teams here for this game. And Alan, a massive game this is for Celtic. They are the home team. They're a bigger club comparison to Sheffield United in terms of history for Celtic. Not looking great under Brendan Rodgers as manager for Celtic during this season. But do you think that Celtic might get the win here and try and get anything out of this matchup? Because you've got to understand also for Sheffield United, 3 straight victories so far in the league. They beat Aston Villa. They've beaten Crystal Palace. 2 consecutive results, in fact, in their last 2 games. Back-to-back wins. And we've never seen Sheffield United done that so far in their Premier League season, because the majority of this season so far, they've been in the relegation zone, but they have picked up some great form, and 6 points straight is massive for them. And what do you think about, let's say, Sheffield United's chances in the game here away from home? Well, I feel that you said about both sides in this game. You know that for Celtic, it's a massive club they are. They shouldn't be in the relegation zone, personally. They won a lot of trophies in the past, especially won the European Cup in 1967, and a team that are a massive football club and a real massive institution as a football team up in Glasgow. And we know that for them, they want to try and be safe as possible by the end of the season under Brendan Rodgers, the manager for Celtic. There's plenty of games. Also, in today's game's an opportunity also for Celtic to get a result, obviously for sure, against Sheffield United. And we know Celtic have lost a massive defeat over Rangers a few weeks back in the Old Firm derby. So I feel that for them, they got a chance to try and overtake Sheffield United here if they've got any chance to win this game here for this afternoon. But as of Sheffield United, they've been absolutely incredible in the last 2 games. Beating Palace 2-1 and also getting a result over Aston Villa is absolutely massive for Sheffield United's chances under Chris Wilder. They've been playing some real proper football up in Yorkshire in terms of, back-to-back results, trying to be brave the ball, make it hard to beat for teams to try and get anything out of Sheffield United. Because during the season, they've been, spanking every game. They've been losing games by, loads of goals and margins against themselves in those matches so far since being back in the Premier League for the first time since 2007. But I feel that the owner and the manager has got their ambitions to stay up this season. If they can stay up this season, they've got another season in the Premier League to build themselves up a little bit and try and put themselves in a very, let's say, healthy position to try and maybe compete maybe for European football, or maybe anywhere from being safe for next season, because more money comes in every season if you stay in this Premier League. So it's a massive, massive game between these two sides, and I can't wait for it. Okay, thank you very much there, Alan, and let's get to the game here at Celtic Park Stadium in Glasgow, as Celtic FC will take on here against Sheffield United, and let's get to that game right now between the two teams. And hello and welcome here right now for this afternoon, as a massive game of the race of the relegation battle between Celtic and Sheffield United. There's loads of games from now until the end of the season to find out who'll be the better team to walk out of the end of the season as a team to survive the drop from maybe getting relegated to the Championship could happen. Whoever loses with a poor run comparison to Sheffield United's or Celtic's, or maybe these two teams might end up surviving together by the end of the season, as these two teams could potentially get momentum and get some wins and get themselves way away from the drop itself. But Sheffield United, however, have played some very good football recently. 2 straight wins in the trot now, beating Crystal Palace by 2-1 at Selhurst Park. Got a victory over Aston Villa by 5-3, and they've picked up 6 points out of the 2 games. And that's positive, that is, for Chris Wilder to keep the team away from the drop as possible. And Sheffield United's first ever season in the Premier League ever since got relegated in the Premier League way back in 2007. And 2007 was a long time ago, and to get themselves promoted last season back to the Premier League under Chris Wilder and to try and stay in the Premier League is a very tough job to do for all teams, especially when you get promoted to the Premier League, and also, you know, maintain that place to be there by the end of the season is pretty tough, because the Premier League's the richest games in the world, the richest league in the world, in fact, with real strong powerhouse teams in this division, especially Celtic, with a great history of winning the European Cup way back in 1967, and also some great history as a football club way before the times when they were declining, even to this day right now. So here we go, let's get it underway. And realistically, Celtic has got more history in comparison to Sheffield United's, and they've got to show it in this matchup here at home in front of their fans, the Green Brigade, if they've got any chance on getting any outcome of a result here by the end of this match. But here's McAtee, and all the way down to Bogle. Now Bogle now, head away. Now McGregor. Now Redmond. Now pass there to Cameron Archer. Now Norwood. Now here's Norwood now. Now McAtee. Now Cameron Archer has a shot, but good save right there from the goalie. Great save from him. Crossing the box here. Maybe. Clearance away slightly, but no. Now here's Taylor. Now to Wood. Great pass there now to Maeda. The Japanese forward might score for Celtic, and he does! And Celtic are in the lead. And what a brilliant touch right there from Dayazen right there. 1v1 to the goalie, and he taps it in that bottom corner. And Celtic are 1 goal in front in the match. Unbelievable goal. An unbelievable tapping as well into that bottom corner, as Fodran right there unfortunately could not save that, and Celtic are in the lead. And even Sheffield United's great form so far in the Premier League might even decline here this game and might not win today's game. And it's a massive game for Celtic and for Sheffield United, in fact, in terms of the result here by the end of the game, because if Sheffield United get, you know, 3 wins straight, that gives them a lot of, let's say, opportunities, of course, for Sheffield United, for any confidence, of course, to, you know, be no worries or fearness to be in that relegation drop by the end of the season. So, in a way, results like this really matter for Sheffield United, especially against teams who are, you know, in that position where Sheffield United are currently at, the teams in your, let's say, rivals, let's say, for the survival take. Those are the results you want to get. I think the big teams like the top 6 or maybe the mid-table teams might be a little bit harder for the likes of Sheffield United. But who knows, because football's a funny game and things can still happen for both sides, especially for Celtic if they lose here this game, or if they win this matchup and might get a bit of a good run, of course, of results in the next couple of games. That gives them a little bit of momentum, of course, to be a little bit confident about their team going into the end of this season. But they're in a position where they are that relegation means a lot in terms of survival. Relegation affects a lot of things. Players leave the club. Players don't want to play for the team. Resources and revenue as well. It's not looking good for teams and businesses, corporations as football clubs as well, to go down to a division. But here's McGregor now, going through here now for Celtic. Has a shot, but saved there from Fodden right there. Could have been 2-0 there to Celtic in the game. And now clearance will pass the ball there to Holgate. Holgate now to Souza. Now to Bogle. Bogle now on the ball. Really pushing through here for Sheffield United. Bogle. Crossing the box, and that's a corner. I think it's a corner. No, it's not. And it's out, obviously, as a goal kick. And half-time has officially upon us, as Celtic are in the lead in the break. And there's a massive chance for Celtic to do anything in the second half to get that important win here against their relegation rivals, Sheffield United, as it is 1-0 at the break here for Celtic. We are back here for the second half, and here we go between Celtic and Sheffield United. And this is a massive, massive game, this is, of course, in terms of who will get a result in this relegation rivalry matchup between Sheffield United and Celtic. Now, Mayade, the Japanese forward, might get a chance here, sniff, but good defending there from Sheffield United. And now here's to Souza. Now on the ball back there, Nakeba. Nakeba now the ball. Nakemba now holds it now. Here's a pass from Mayade. Looks for options here. Good pass here now to Chris Wood. Chris Wood now cuts through. Has a shot and he scores! And Celtic are 2 goals in front. And there is no way back now for Sheffield United. And they might win this game here maybe for this afternoon. As Celtic obviously did beat Brighton a few weeks back by 3-2 at Celtic Park Stadium. But they really want to try and hunt for a result here because they're 4 points behind from Sheffield United. And they're only 4 or 5 points from Wolves as well. And this is a massive, massive, massive game, this for Celtic, to put the pressure back on Sheffield United and also on Wolves as well, on any breakthrough of survival by the end of the season now. But here's Sheffield United here. Okay, there's actually now going to be look like a goal kick, it might have been. Chris Wood right there, brilliant finish, perfect. Goal kick here for Sheffield United. Souza comes off and Burge will come on the field. And now is Holgate. Now Bogle. Now Mayade. Nice little turn. Now chance here now to Burge. Oh, what a pass there now to McAtee. Could be a chance for a goal maybe here. And it is a goal to make it 2-1. At least they've got 1 goal back in the match. At least they've got 1 goal back in the match. This was absolutely brilliant right there, of course, for Sheffield United to try and get anything in this game. And they have. And it is 2-1 in the matchup as we speak. Now here's Wood. Now is Gibbs-White. Now is Bruiser. Now Lockyer. We do have, let's say, 20 minutes left of the game to go. Now corner here now for Celtic. Short pass there to Nathan Redmond. Could be a goal maybe for Celtic here. Save right there for the goalkeeper. And now a corner here in the match again here for Celtic. We've got 15 minutes left of the game to go. Crossing the box. Header. Now McAtee. Now a chance here now. Back now to McGregor. Has a hit, but good save there for the goalie. Now pass there now to Burge. Now to McAtee. Pass there now to Hammer. Now all the way up now to Hart now again. And Sheffield United could maybe creep back in the matchup here. They're only 1 goal behind. Or unless Celtic might get an important win here maybe over Celtic at home. But now here's Besse. Wins the ball back here for Celtic. Now it's Callum McGregor. Callum McGregor now lost it back here now. Here's a chance here now for Hammer. He's through. Gustavo Hammer. And he scores! And what a huge comeback for Sheffield United. From 2-0 down to 2-2, and that point right there is crucial in terms of maybe for them a little bit of big boost, of course, to get something in this matchup against their relegation rivals, as Sheffield United will be 5 points clear from Celtic if they get any point out of this matchup, or maybe 8 points clear if they can get a result here over Celtic. But that is promising right there for Sheffield United, and Celtic look very hopeless. They absolutely do, Celtic. They were winning 2-0, they were. And that would be a massive win for Celtic to put the pressure on Wolves and also Sheffield United themselves in that relegation battle. But we do have 13 games left of the season. But games like this are very important, especially for Celtic as well, in these sort of matches. And it is going to be all over, almost so, as we've gotten ourselves, looks like here, a potential chance here for Celtic to make it 3-2. The pressure's on for Sheffield United to try and defend this. Could be a last minute goal for Celtic to win. And now Redmond, save from Froddenham. Clearance away. Maybe here, and it's all over. And these two teams will share a point, but Sheffield United felt like they're probably the winning team in this matchup because they came back from 2-0 down to 2-2. And that is really good, as 7 points out of the 3 matches of those wins so far of the season. Have gained 7 points in the last 3 games of the Premier League. As for Celtic, they are look like a very losing team in this matchup, despite them getting a point over Sheffield United here this afternoon. As it ends here at full time, Celtic 2, Sheffield United 2 at full time in the game. A massive point between Celtic and Sheffield United, and is massive disappointment for the home team of Celtic, because Alan, a massive chance for Celtic if they got a result here over Sheffield United, their relegation rivals this season, to get out of the drop here this afternoon was massive if they could have done. But however, Sheffield United have got that massive crucial point at the end of the game to get themselves 4 points clear from Celtic in the Premier League table. And what was your thoughts about the game? And do you think that Sheffield United have got that confidence now to go all the way to the end of the season and survive the next campaign? Well, there's a lot of games to play still. You know, you got to understand that, you know, it doesn't come down to this sort of matchup. You know, it might not be the end of the world for Celtic after this game. It might felt that way a little bit after drawing 2-2 to Sheffield United. They might feel hopeless. They might feel that now they're going to lose more of those games now from now into the end of the season to try and survive it. But you've got to understand that Sheffield United have got some very tough games ahead of them, especially also as well for Celtic. So it can go both ways, and they might feel bitter about it, Celtic. They might do in the game. Of course they would have done, because there's a massive chance to try and get themselves out of the relegation drop as possible by the end of this game. But at the end of the day, I've got to say, Celtic have got a lot of matches now into the end of the season to try and get out of the drop. You've got to understand also Wolves are involved in this relegation battle. I think for Leeds, they're a little bit okay, a little bit at the moment. They're currently 15th and they're slightly safer a little bit from where Celtic are currently at in the relegation zone. But as of for Celtic and for Sheffield United, it's, let's say, a lot of games to play of the season, and you cannot, let's say, doubt Celtic if they can't get the result here this afternoon to rectify things until the end of the season. You just can't, because you've got 13 games left of the season. If this matchup was in the end of the season at least, then yeah, of course this might be a must-win game for any of these two sides. But we know that we are only, let's say, 2 months or 3 months before the end of the season of this campaign, and anything can happen in those 3 months. So I've got to say that 2-2 isn't the end of the world for Celtic. Okay, thank you very much there, Alan. And let's get straight now to the next coverage here on Match of the Day in our second contest here for this afternoon. As we do have Manchester City, the team who are hunting for the Premier League title race with Man United this season. They take on a team also are involved in the title race as well. The underdogs of the dark horse of the Premier League, Everton, travel here to the Etihad Stadium to play Man City, and these two sides are currently on the exact same points. And let's get to that match right now between these two sides. And we are back here for the matchup here for this afternoon, as we've got this big game for Everton and also for Manchester City, as both teams have got their chances on being second by the end of this match day, because we know Everton, a very massive dark horse in the Premier League season so far in this campaign. They could move back up to second place if they shock and surprise Man City here with a massive win here away from home. Probably not likely going to happen though, but Everton's been absolutely fantastic all season under the manager of Sean Dyche in charge, and things could still happen for Everton to may get anything out of this game. But as of Manchester City, they are the home team, and they've got their eyes also on Manchester United, as they are the league leaders of the Premier League, and they really want to put the pressure on them here on this match day. And even Everton as well especially want to put the pressure on United also if they can shockingly win here away from home over City. So there's a lot to play for here in the race for the title, as Man City are the team, are the home opposition, actually beaten Everton a few weeks back in their last meeting at Goodison Park. So Everton obviously are a team that not the favourites in this game, but who knows, because Everton are a real, let's say, underdog story they are in the Premier League. Who expected Everton to be in third position currently as we speak in the Premier League within 5 games played so far this season? Absolutely nobody, because Everton was in a relegation scrap last season, survived in 17th place, and this season they're making wonders in this Premier League. Massive game between these two sides, and let's find out who will become the real proper team by the end of the game with a result against each other here for this matchup. So here we go, let's get the game underway as Man City will play against Everton. And here we go, and let's get the contest underway between these two sides here, as Richarlison takes the chance here. Centre ball here for Everton, kicking off the game. Now Dominic Calvert-Lewin now to Richarlison. Real top striker so far this season. Want to get something here for Everton here, but a foul's been given. And a good start here for Everton so far in the matchup. Got themselves a free kick, and Laporte right there gave away a foul. And looks like Phil Foden is just trying to tell him to keep away from the referee, unless he might get a red because of it. Don't want to argue with the referee, and you want to keep their players on the field as possible. And now, there's a chance here for Everton to score, but that's gone obviously wide. And Ross Barkley had that chance, but gone wide though. And now here's Diaz. And now Kyle Walker. Now Walker now looks for options of passes maybe in the game. And he finds a switch, he doesn't do that though. Now here's Milinko, now to Richarlison. And now great cover there from Diaz there for Man City in the game. Now here's Rodri. Now Phil Foden. Now Barkley. Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Now Laporte. Now McNeil. And now there's a chance here now for Iwobi, and a good defending there from City. And that was a massive chance it was there, but anyway, let's see what happens from this. Everton got themselves a corner. Head away there from Man City. Now Jude Bellingham. Now Phil Foden. And now Messi's through. He's 1v1 to the goalkeeper there, Lionel Messi. And he scores within 17 minutes in the matchup, as Messi gets a breakthrough and City are in the lead. And you probably expect Man City to be on top here in this matchup this afternoon over Everton. even though that obviously Everton's had a brilliant season so far, it is a massive, massive game for them. And they are behind though in this match, and it is a goal there for City, and it is 1-0 to them. A very impressive week also in the UEFA Champions League for Man City, beating Bayern Munich in the quarter-finals of the competition. And they do mark themselves through into the semi-finals to take on Benfica in a couple of weeks from now. So that's massive, I've got to say there, for Pep Guardiola to win away from home. We all thought that Bayern's got it in the bag, but Man City got that away goal and they got themselves obviously through into the semi-finals, as we've got two British teams left in the competition, Liverpool and Man City, and also the two sides from Portugal, as Porto and also as well Benfica of the two teams representing Portugal will be in the semi-finals also in the UEFA Champions League. But now here's Phil Foden. Now won the ball back nicely here now. Here's Dominic Calvert-Lewin. And now Ross Barkley. Now here's Richarlison. Maybe look for a chance to get a goal maybe here over City. Richarlison's through. Good defending there from City now. Here's Rodri. And now McNeil. Now Iwobi has a shot. Ooh, could have been a goal. That could have been that real massive breakthrough there to get themselves level in the game and equalise. But that wasn't the case, unfortunately. But here's now to Walker. Now here's Jude Bellingham. Now Walker. Now Walker's through. Crossing maybe in the box. Oh, could have been. But he's right in the hands of the goalkeeper of Jordan Pickford. Not long left to go of the end of the first half, and City do take that 1-0 lead. Here's Richarlison. Has a shot. Save there for the goalkeeper. A beautiful shot. There's a chance there for him to score, but a great save right there from Ederson, the goalkeeper. There's a chance again, another save right there from Ederson. Dominic Calvert-Lewin was on that. Another corner here for Everton. Crossing the box. And now here's Chuese. And we've got this, say, 2 minutes left of the clock to go. 2 minutes, by the way, left of the clock. And it is all over for the first half, as Manchester City has got that perfect victory over here against here right now over Everton. Or victory, in fact, not yet a victory, but they are leading now at half-time. All thanks to that man, Lionel Messi, as it ends Man City 1, Everton 0 at half-time. And we are back here now for the second half between Man City and Everton. And it is only one goal in front Man City are currently. And let's see what happens in the second half between these two sides in the game. Now here's Chuese. Really pushing through here now. Now Rodri. Right, pass there now to Benzema. Has a shot. Save right there for the goalkeeper. Brilliant chance though. It was really brilliant. And now crossing the box here. Could be a chance here for a goal here. Maybe for City to get the second goal, but saved there from Jordan Pickford. And let's see what happens from here now. Rodri takes the cross into the box. Header and a goal. Superb goal right there. And it is a goal from right there from Laporte. And he made it very easy for himself, that goal. Unbelievable header right there. And unfortunately, Jordan Pickford could not make any handlings onto that. And now City extend the lead to 2-0 to Man City. And now Everton now play the ball now as they're 2 goals down. Here's Richarlison. Now Rodri won the ball back. Now here's Bellingham. Messi. Now Foden. Foden cuts through. Now Benzema. And it's a great opportunity right there for City to score, and they have again. 3-0 now to Man City, and they are absolutely running riot here at home against the underdogs of Everton. Everton should probably, you know, be lucky in terms of where they are in the league this season, because I've got to say they've been quite poor they've been recently, but you can understand the quality is a lot different compared to Everton's and Man City's squad in terms of the depth, but Everton obviously are 3 goals behind. There'll be a massive chance if they win here today to go above Man City in the league up to second and may put the pressure on Man United in the top of the table in the Premier League. They could have done. But here's Foden now. Here's to Lionel Messi. Now Messi with the ball. Oh, good defending. Or no, try to cover there. But no, he doesn't do that right because Benzema's through. He's 1v1 to the goalkeeper. And that's 4-0 to City. 4 goals against Everton. And another goal there from Karim Benzema. His second goal in the game. As he took it all by himself for a great pass there from Messi. Composure right there from Benzema. And that is now 4-0 in the matchup here in the game. And what a goal. What an absolute goal right there. 4-0 in the good here for Man City. We have got, let's say, half an hour left in the match. Half an hour and it's 4-0 to City. Now Richarlison now the ball. Oh, he cuts through. Richarlison 1v1 to the keeper. And a goal right there from Richarlison. And it's now 1 goal back in the match as Everton are 4-1 up now. What a hit, I've got to say there from Richarlison. And that's, let's say, a consolation goal, let's say, for Everton. But we all know that Richarlison really wanted that. And he did that nice and comfortable right there into the back of the net. And now it's 4-1 in the game. And now let's see what happens here now. Everton got themselves a goal back, but not enough, I don't think, for Sean Dyche's side. But at least they've got a little bit of something. Richarlison's been a really good player for Everton throughout this season. So now here's Foden now. Lost it now to Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Now Rodri. Now here's Doucouré. Now is Calvert-Lewin. He's through. Has a shot from that angle there, but good save there for the goalie. Massive chance there for a goal, but it's a save. And now let's see what happens from this now. Cross into the box here. Header there all the way to the keeper, to Ederson. We have got another, let's say, 10 minutes left of the game to go. Oh, now here's Phil Foden now. Pacing down the wing here for City. Another pass in now to Benzema. And he actually done it and scored against Jordan Pickford. A nice cut through play as he skilled over the goalkeeper Pickford and he tapped that ball into the back of the net. And now Man City are 5-1 up to the good. Yeah, nice little turn around the goalkeeper, nice little skill around the goalkeeper, and he tapped in an open net. And now City are now 5-1 up in the game. Let's see what happens from this now. Here's Iwobi. They're at Richarlison now to Iwobi. Richarlison. He's through. Header away. Rodri. Now Foden. Now to Benzema. And we have got, let's say, 3 minutes left of the game to go, by the way. 3 more minutes. A foul, but play on, says the ref. And the whistle will blow any minute now, and it does. And Man City have got that massive 3 points over Everton. A really good week for Man City. Knocking out Bayern Munich out of the Champions League on Wednesday. Winning here against Everton by 5-1 is absolutely brilliant. And also a hat-trick right there in the game for Benzema. As it ends, Man City 5, Everton 1 at full time here this afternoon. The Sky Blues of Manchester have won the matchup over Everton by 5-1, and that's a massive margin result for Man City there, Alan. And was it expected of Man City to win here over Everton 5-1 massively, since that Everton are very hard to beat this season defensively under Sean Dyche's tactics? But here away from home, Everton got floored, and that's not like Everton this season. They've been absolutely brilliant throughout the whole season, but this could be the chance that Everton might drift off after this loss here, maybe. So what do you think, Alan? Well, I think for Everton, it's a disappointing result, of course, to lose here to Man City. But you've got to understand that Man City have got some very classy players, such as Messi, Foden, Bellingham, Benzema. They've got a real superstar team they've got. And I expected Everton to lose here because they haven't got, let's say, the ability and that capability, the exact same level comparison to Man City's quality team and the depth they've got in their squad. For Everton, they've had a brilliant season. I think Richarlison was the better player in the Everton team. He's really carried them, and Ruben Loftus-Cheek as well. Doucouré in that middle with Ross Barkley, and also defensively, very, very hard to beat at the back with Michael Keane as well. Was brilliant, you know, throughout this season. But you got to understand that Everton are not going to really be as consistent every single match this season, as they're not the established top 6 side like Spurs or Arsenal or United or, you know, those top calibre teams. But I've got to say that Everton have been very, very brilliant this season. You cannot write them off. They've been the underdogs for a reason, the dark horses of the Premier League, like with Aston Villa currently under Unai Emery. You know, those two sides are trying to break into the top 6, and I feel that Everton, they did okay in certain parts in this game, but at the same time I feel that Man City had the quality, and they showed it here for the game this afternoon, and you cannot take that away from them. Thank you very much there, Alan, and let's get straight now to the highlights of the other coverages, of course, across the Premier League from today, and let's get to those matches from all of them here on match day 24. A great start to the game here for Leeds United to get themselves in front in the matchup. Unbelievable cross right there from Somerville, and a nice unbelievable cross into the box there. Meet to the ball there to Killick, and Leeds United are in front here against the goalkeeper Angus Gunn, and 1-0 so far to Leeds in the game at Carrow Road. And then Leeds carried on the play and scored another goal within 14 minutes in the matchup as Somerville hits that ball outside of the penalty box as Leeds United extend the lead, as now it's 4-0 to Leeds in the match. And just before half-time, Leeds got themselves the third goal in the matchup. There's an unbelievable strike, I've got to say, there from Leeds United's point of view, as a great pull right there from Patrick Bamford there, all the way there to Jack Harrison, who struck that in that top corner, and there's no goalkeeper could stop Jack Harrison from shooting from that angle, and now it is 3-0 to Leeds United in the game. And a consolation goal in the matchup here for Norwich City in the game. An unbelievable cross right there, all the way into Jonathan Rowell, who shot the ball, first time strike, the fullback, against the Leeds United goalkeeper Moulier, as it ends there at Carrow Road as Norwich City 1, Leeds United 3 at full time. And a great start here for Liverpool within half an hour in the matchup as Darwin Núñez took it all by himself, 1v1 to the keeper, had a shot, and then the goalkeeper saved it, Samba, and then the ball rebounded into the face of Darwin Núñez to deflect that ball into his own net, and Liverpool do take the lead from that goal as 1-0 to Liverpool in the match so far. And then Rangers got themselves a goal back in the matchup here. A promising goal, and what a strike goal right there from Delelo for Glasgow Rangers to make it 1-1 in the match. And what a hit right there from Delelo, as a goalkeeper could not get there in time. And then Liverpool got themselves back in front again and won themselves the matchup, as 2 goals in the matchup this afternoon for Darwin Núñez really puts them in a very comfortable position as they won the matchup here at Anfield, as it ends Liverpool 2, Rangers 1 at full time. And what a start in the matchup here for Newcastle United as Callum Wilson strike that ball right past the Kasper Schmeichel, the goalkeeper, to put Newcastle in the lead here at St James's Park Stadium, as it's now 1-0 in the game here for Newcastle United. And then Newcastle carried on the dominance in the matchup here as Leicester City were very vulnerable at the back, and another goal is scored as Sean Longstaff got that last touch in that ball into that bottom corner of the goal there, as Newcastle are 2 goals in the lead in the match. And then things carried on the play in the matchup here for Newcastle. Another goal scored here at the King Power Stadium as Joelinton Found a pass option there to Callum Wilson to slot that ball home, and within half an hour in the first half of the game, Leicester City are getting humiliated here at home here this afternoon. And things are not looking great for Leicester, and all boos of the Leicester City fans at attendance here in their home stadium, as in the second half Newcastle United got themselves that fourth goal in the matchup, and Callum Wilson got his second goal in the matchup to guarantee the win over Leicester City, as it ends here as Leicester City 0, Newcastle United 4 at the end of the matchup here for this afternoon. And a great goal right there for Chelsea. It took them 3 minutes in the game to score the first goal, as Mason Mount placed that ball right in that bottom corner, as now Chelsea take the lead and it's 1-0 to the Blues in the game. And then Chelsea carried on the play and carried on trying to put the pressure on the Palace team, and they've been all that all game against Palace, as what a goal there from Ruben Loftus-Cheek to put that ball in the bottom corner of the goal here, as now Chelsea are 2 goals up in the lead in the game. And then Chelsea got themselves the third goal in the matchup here in the game. Unbelievable, let's say, control from Romelu Lukaku for Chelsea Football Club, as he really can compose himself very nice and calm, and then he hit that ball right in that bottom corner past the goalkeeper Dean Henderson, as Chelsea are 3 goals up to 0 in the game. And that's an unbelievable, brilliant shot right there for the Belgian forward just before half-time. And then in the second half of the game, things carried on as it is. The momentum in the match. Lukaku scores a 4th goal, and he's been absolutely terrific, he has been as well, to try and line that ball there. A pass from Mason Mount there to Lukaku to get the finish on that shot there from Lukaku. And now Chelsea are now 4 goals up to the good here at Selhurst Park. And then just before the end of the matchup, it all ended 5 goals to 0 at the end of the game, as Lukaku scored a hat-trick in the matchup and sealed off Chelsea getting a massive 5-goal thriller away from home here against their South London rivals Crystal Palace, as it ends Palace 0, Chelsea 5. And a brilliant good start here for Wolves in the matchup, as what a ball right there from Chona right there. He really was calm and composed very nicely right there. A great pass for Ruben Neves to Chona, and all he had to do is beat the goalkeeper Flacken, and Wolves take the lead here at Molineux. A crucial result here for Wolves to try and get themselves away from the relegation drop. But unfortunately, there was a foul, of course, from one of the Brentford players, and the referee gave him a red card right there to Aja, and Aja right there took out Chana out, and Wolves win themselves a free kick. A reckless challenge and a red card for him in the game, and Brentford are down to 10 men. But, however, that 10 men was actually good enough for Brentford in the matchup, because Brentford got themselves a goal just before half-time, as Yenalt right there, rocket shots from outside the box, puts Brentford level. Forget about themselves being down to 10 men. They show a little bit of ruthlessness they did there from a shot there from Yenalt to get Brentford level in the matchup. But good things went into good here for Brentford, and they got that winner goal at the end of the game here to seal off the 3 points over Wolves here at Molineux, as a real perfect strike there from Batiste to score for Brentford and win them the game, as it ends here Wolves 1, 10 men Brentford 2 at full time. And nice counter press here from Brighton Hove Albion in the matchup, as Billy Gilmore passed it nicely there to João Pedro. Now found a pass there to Dominic Solanke, took it all by himself, 1v1, and shot from right outside of the penalty box, as Brighton do take themselves very, very seriously in this game within the first 10 minutes of the match, as the Seagulls put themselves in front here against Spurs. And then a goal back here from Spurs in the matchup, as Fabinho, great pass right there to Fekir, as he took it all by himself, 1v1 to the goalie right there of David Sanchez, as Spurs are in front in the matchup. Unbelievable hit right there from Fekir, and he scored right there past Sanchez, and now Spurs are back level in the match. And then Spurs created some great magic, they did, and a great cross right there from Kieran Trippier, probably the best crosses he actually ever done so far this whole season. And that was an unbelievable cross all the way into the header onto Harry Kane's head, right into that top corner, and the goalkeeper could not get there at all, as that was an absolute phenomenal goal right there from Harry Kane, and all thanks to an assist from Kieran Trippier. And then Spurs again, great teamwork here for Tottenham to get another goal, and Fekir got himself the third to put themselves 3-1 up in the matchup. And looks like here Brighton are going to have a very, very tough evening here for the game for tonight, as they're now behind in the game by 3-1 in the match. And then another goal scored in the game here from Harry Kane to score a fourth goal. Great composure right there from Harry Kane, and he slotted that home right in that top corner. And that's another goal here for Harry Kane, his second goal for Spurs in the match. And they are now 4 goals in front in the game here right now for tonight. And then Spurs again got themselves another goal. And it was a great goal, I've got to say there, from Son Heung-min. Put that ball right in that bottom corner. And what a run right there from Son. And there's no player could stop Son. Roll that ball past the keeper right there, because he was very composed, he was. Very calm and collected. And now is a goal right there for Son to make it 5-1 to Spurs in the game. And then Spurs carried on that fight, and they did do that nice and wonderfully right there, all the way to Fekir, and then striked it in the penalty box, right in that top corner. And unfortunately the goalkeeper right there of Sanchez could not save Fekir's shot, but the match ended here at full time, as it ends Spurs 6, Brighton 1. A brilliant start here for Arsenal in the game, as Gabriel Jesus slot that ball right in that bottom corner against Areola, the goalkeeper there for West Ham, as now Arsenal take the lead here by 1-0 in the game. And then another goal scored in the match within 15 minutes in the match, as Bukayo Saka slot that ball right in that bottom corner, hit the post, went into the back of the net, and the Gunners of Arsenal are 2 goals in front here, as West Ham, unfortunately so, could not get there in time, as Arsenal are now 2 goals in the lead in the game. And then West Ham United got themselves a goal back in the match as Kudos scored a goal past David Raya, as he had a shot saved right there from Raya. The ball rebounded back towards his feet again to Kudos, and then Kudos tapped that ball into the open net before the keeper got there in time, and it's now 2-1 here to Arsenal in the game. But great comeback and a last-minute goal from Mikel Artano to save West Ham United a crucial point against the Gunners of Arsenal here this afternoon. And the keeper came out to that, but the match ended here at full time, as it ends West Ham United 2, Arsenal 2, all thanks to Mikel Artano. An absolute poor start here for Manchester United, as Ollie Watkins scored within the first 2 minutes in the game, and things look bad right here for Manchester United. Very weak and obviously very sleepy they were, and straight from kickoff Aston Villa are in front here within 2 minutes in the game so far at Villa Park. And then 18 minutes later, Aston Villa got another goal, and Leon Bailey scored past Navas, as unfortunately no communication whatsoever, as unfortunately the match ended here at Villa Park, as the league leaders Manchester United lost the game over Aston Villa by 2-0 in the match. The official results of the match day 24 of the Premier League: Aston Villa 2, Manchester United 0, Celtic 2, Sheffield United 2, Crystal Palace 0, Chelsea 5, Leicester City 0, Newcastle United 4, Liverpool 2, Rangers 1, Man City 5, Everton 1, Norwich 1, Leeds United 3, Spurs 6, Brighton 1, and then Wolves 1, Brentford 2, and then West Ham United 2, Arsenal 2. So the official Premier League table for matchday 24, as Man United are still top of the league as they're 3 points clear from Man City, while Everton are still in 3rd position, while Arsenal are still in 4th position as Aston Villa are 5th. 6th place is Chelsea, 7th position is Liverpool, while Spurs are 8th with 39, and 9th position is Newcastle with 37, and then in 10th position we do have is Brighton Hove Albion with 33 points. The official results of the Premier League of the bottom half of the table, as West Ham United are currently 11th with 32 points, while we have Palace are currently 12th, while Brentford are 13th, and Leicester City now have dropped down to 14th place with 29 points. Leeds won that game over Norwich and they are still in 15th place, while Sheffield United are doing so well so far the last 4 games of this Premier League halfway through this season, as they're now 22 points outside the relegation drop, as they're 4 points clear with 22 points, while Wolves drop down to 17th place is Wolverhampton Wanderers, as they're only 3 points in front of Celtic, while Rangers are currently 19th position, and last place we have is Norwich. And the official fixtures of the Premier League we do have coming up for next week will be Manchester City, and they'll take on against Chelsea. And that's all we have time for here of the afternoon here on Match of the Day, as we'll be returning back for some more football coverage for next week on BBC Match of the Day, as Manchester City will take on Chelsea. And that's all we have time for now for Match Day 24 of the Premier League. Have a very good evening.